does atomic mean in the context of Gnosis? In the context of Valentinian Gnosis and the broader Gnostic worldview that conceives of the Pleroma as corporeal, tangible, physical, and material, the term atomic carries a rich and precise meaning. It is essential to clarify that in this Gnosis, there is no fundamental dualism between spirit and matter. Both are considered corporeal, made of atoms, the very building blocks of tangible reality. Thus, understanding what atomic means is central to grasping how Gnosis views existence, the Pleroma, and the aeons. The corporeal Pleroma and the nature of being. In traditional Valentinian texts, such as the fragment attributed to Theodotus, it is explicitly stated that even the highest spiritual beings, the Only-Begotten, the first created, and the archangels, are not formless or immaterial. Instead, they possess their own shape and body, appropriate to their rank and role within the Pleroma. Not even the world of spirit and of intellect, nor the archangels and the first created, is shapeless and formless and without figure, and incorporeal. But he also has his own shape and body corresponding to his preeminence. Theodotus, Valentinian Fragments 10. This confirms that spiritual beings in the Pleroma are corporeal, though their bodies differ in form from earthly flesh. The Pleroma itself is the fullness of reality, material and structured, made of what ancient atomists would call atoms. Hence, spirit is not some separate, immaterial substance, but rather a certain organization or pattern of atoms. Gnosis and ancient atomism, Democritus and Epicurus. The Valentinian Gnosis explicitly adapts ideas from ancient atomism, notably from Democritus and Epicurus, who taught that reality consists fundamentally of atoms, what is, and vacuum, what is not. Valentinian thinkers adopted these concepts to describe the Pleroma and its inhabitants. Adopting the ideas of shade and vacuity from Democritus and Epicurus, they fitted these to their own views, calling those things within the Pleroma real existences, just as those philosophers did the atoms, while those without the Pleroma have no true existence, as the vacuum. Against All Heresies, Book 2, Chapter 14. This analogy places the Pleroma as the realm of real, tangible existence made of atomic entities, while what lies outside it corresponds to no thing, a void or non-existence. Thus, atomic in Gnosis means that which is real, substantial, and formed. The aeons as atomic realities. One of the profound insights from Valentinian Gnosis is that the aeons are atomic in nature. This can be understood on multiple levels. 1. Aeons as fundamental particles. They represent basic units or patterns of particles interacting through natural forces, akin to fundamental physical particles recognized in modern science. 2. Aeons as atomic weights. They correspond to the atomic weights of chemical elements, implying that each aeon has a unique vibrational or structural identity similar to elements in the natural world. 3. Aeons as molecular structures. The aeons can be seen as complex molecular assemblies formed by combinations of simpler atomic units, reflecting an increasing order of complexity. This means that aeons are not metaphysical abstractions or immaterial forces, but atomic realities, configurations of matter and energy that manifest different aspects of the cosmos. Does atomic mean indivisible? A common question arises: does atomic imply that aeons are indivisible, fundamental units that cannot be subdivided? The answer in Valentinian Gnosis is nuanced. While the ancient atomists believed atoms were indivisible, modern science has revealed subatomic particles and quanta beneath atoms. Gnosis accommodates this by viewing the atomic as a principle of fundamental structure, not necessarily an ultimate indivisible unit. The aeons correspond to patterns of organization at various scales, from subatomic to molecular to cellular, within the same material framework. They represent states of matter and energy at different levels of complexity, not rigid, immutable blocks. Microcosm and macrocosm, unity of scales. The atomic understanding of Gnosis reflects the ancient maxim, as above, so below. The same atomic principles that govern the Pleroma and the aeons also apply to the natural world. The microcosm and the macrocosm are continuous and united. On the microscopic scale, the Pleroma consists of cells, molecules, atoms, and electrons. On even finer scales, it relates to quanta and subatomic particles. Spirit, in this view, is not a separate realm, but rather the organized, energetic, living structures within the atomic framework. Thus, all existence, from the smallest particle to the most exalted aeon, is made of the same essential substance, atoms. Hydrogen, symbol of unity in atomic gnosis. In atomic gnosis, hydrogen, the simplest and most fundamental atomic structure, symbolizes the continuity and unity of all levels of existence. It is not a bridge between separate realms, spirit and matter, but a representation of the underlying oneness of all things. Spirit is understood as differentiated states of atomic and subatomic matter, organized and energized to express life and consciousness. This rejects dualistic notions that separate spirit from matter, and instead affirms their identity as different expressions of the same atomic reality. The Pleroma, the structured fullness of reality. The Pleroma, far from being a distant, immaterial realm, is the structured fullness of reality itself, composed of atomic configurations that give rise to spiritual beings, laws, and forces. From quanta that underlie physical interactions to the molecular and cellular expressions of life, the Pleroma encompasses the totality of material existence. Therefore, in Valentinian Gnosis, the Pleroma is tangible, corporeal, and material. Spirit is a particular mode of atomic arrangement. The aeons are atomic realities, not metaphysical abstractions. Reality is one, continuous, and composed of atoms at all levels. Conclusion. To summarize, atomic in the context of gnosis means corporeal, tangible, and material. It refers to the fundamental units of existence that compose the Pleroma and the aeons. The ancient Valentinian Gnostics, drawing on Democritean atomism, envisioned the spiritual cosmos as made of atoms arranged in complex patterns, with no division between spirit and matter. The aeons are atomic configurations expressing different levels of cosmic order and complexity, from subatomic particles to molecular structures. Spirit is not a disembodied force, but the energetic, organized manifestation of atoms. The Pleroma is the fullness of this atomic reality, the tangible, structured totality of existence. Thus, the atomic meaning in Gnosis dissolves the old dualisms, affirming a universe where all things, spirit, matter, life, and cosmos, are one atomic reality in varied forms.